my experiences in terms of the intersectionality of being a woman, being quite young, being Asian as well, that all shows up in the workplace. So, in terms of being treated differently, as not knowledgeable, not a leader, inexperienced, it's all impacts, in terms of confidence when you show up into the workplace as well. So, I think women do have to work a little bit harder in terms of showing in the first few moments when they speak that actually they are capable of being in that room and well-deserved in that room as well. So just that, women do have to work a lot harder, especially all those intersex that come in and show up in the workplace.
And looking at new figures from the UK, the gender pay gap has actually widened by 2.4%. Why do you think things are perhaps moving in the wrong direction?
Definitely. I think in terms of, the pandemic, it has exacerbated some of the issues that women do face in terms of needing more flexibility and not receiving that potentially in terms of the pandemic and, moving backwards from that. Now that we have returned back into the workplace, some of these gaps are still showing. So I think, there's still obviously a lot of work that needs to be done. And, the figures show that as well.
So we've had International Women's Day for over 100 years now. Is it making a difference? Is it doing what it set out to do?
I think it's important to always, have these conversations. So I think International Women's Day is very important. Is it pushing the change that we need in a way that's really, fast-paced and what we need today? Maybe not, but I think in terms of those conversations, they're always very important to have, and it does give, in terms of that structure as well, in terms of, having those conversations.
So important to keep talking, but what else do you think could be put in place to help?
I think the flexibility in workplaces is a very important one that we keep seeing again and again in terms of, the 4-day work week, also making sure that potentially those who do have children have care responsibilities, and that does, we've seen fall into women's plates a lot more. Being able to accommodate those, so having those flexible workplaces that are more inclusive and making sure that those conversations are being had, but also the actions are being taken as well. So obviously the flexibility within the work day, also the pay as well, and being able to have those opportunities that, that women should be part of as well.